You can save, you can invest. But if you don't do this one habit, then you're on your way to becoming or remaining broke. Look, this is one habit that most people don't talk about, but the wealthy, well, they have this in the bag, and they are doing this one habit consistently because they know that separates them from being rich or being poor. And honestly, everybody wants to be on this other side, but no one wants to do this one habit that it takes. We're going to talk about that in this video. Let's get it. Now, I'm not going to waste any time here. Here is the habit: money reflection and reviewing. A lot of people don't understand that they need to understand what comes in, what comes out, and how much they are actually able to work with. Weekly check-ins and monthly check-ins can go a long way. If you're spending money and you're getting food on the way home, if you're spending money and you're doing on subscriptions, if you're going out to eat, if you're going shopping, if you're just wasting money, let alone not even saving or investing more than what you can actually afford, then this will put you in the negative. You have to understand the numbers game. And I know a lot of people may be scared of numbers, but things can be made simple if you just track them. A budget is not a restriction, it's actually freedom. You should be reviewing your investments. Yes, you should be. If you want to keep it simple, 50, 30, 20. 50% on your necessities, 30% on your wants, and 20% on investing and saving. You should be able to know how much of your money is going in consistently each week, each 2 weeks, or every month when it comes to your investments. This should just come off the top of your head. You should know how much you're spending when it comes to food. Your average grocery bill, whether you're going bi-weekly or monthly or weekly if you choose. You should know what your average utility bill costs. That way, if something comes out, you're like, that doesn't seem right. Is that really what I've been paying? You don't have to question it because you know, hey, my utility bill is usually $125 or usually $75. Your phone bill, right? Your mortgage or your rent. You should know a consistent basis of everything that is coming out of your account, even income. You should have a generalized idea of what is coming into your account every week, 2 weeks, or month. And no, I'm not talking about gross. Everyone loves to flex what their gross number is, but taxes take away from that. Look, what is actually touching your account? Because that is what you should be basing your life off of. You should be making a budget around that number that you see, not the number that is printed on your paycheck when, hey, this is the amount that you gross, because you aren't touching that. And lastly, I'm going to tell you that you need to track your net worth. Every month, you should be seeing, hey, am I going in a positive or am I going in a negative? And if you're going in a negative, what can I do or adjust to make sure that next month I'm going into the positive? You can't grow what you don't track. I repeat, you can't grow what you don't track. Your money, you should be treating it like seeds. You should be watering it. You should make sure that the soil is moist, making sure that you're getting sunlight, making sure that everything is suitable for this to grow and produce more. Now, I know you're wondering, Marcus, why is this so powerful? Why are you just bragging about this one habit? We see you have to be aware of what's going on in your life. When you know what's coming in and out, there's a different type of sensation that you have. You have control and authority over your life. You know what is a good move and what isn't a good move. You know what to expect in the near future or maybe even in the far future. You are prepared, and you're prepared because you know the numbers. You've written everything down and you know what should be coming out. You know what shifts you should be picking up. You know what income is hitting and what expenses are going out, and it's just that simple. And because you know all of these numbers, you're the one in control, not someone else. And what I mean by control, hey, everybody has their own value on what they place with money. It's just that simple. You know, someone else might value a home. Someone else might value their car. Someone else might value their investments. What I'm saying is you have control over any of that because you know where it's going. It's just that simple. And when you're in control of your money, you can catch overspending. You can see, hey, okay, am I trending towards my goals? Because you should be setting financial goals, just like you're setting fitness goals, just like you're setting religious goals, just like you're setting personal goals, parenting goals. You should set goals so that you can work towards these things to achieve. And in this case, when it comes to your finances, if you aren't trending in the right direction that is reaching your goal, then you can quickly make adjustments because you're keeping track of the numbers. And now that I've told you why it's powerful, you need to understand what happens if you don't do this. Look, bad habits grow silently. I repeat, bad habits grow silently. If you aren't taking a look at your bank account, seeing what's coming in and what's coming out, keeping track of the numbers, then all that's going to happen is you're going to feel like you're working paycheck to paycheck because everything's just flying out as soon as it's coming in. You are in control of what is coming out of your account. No one else is. You're in control of your subscriptions. You're in control of your car note, your car insurance, your mortgage or your rent, your daily spending when it comes to groceries or eating out, coffees, everything like that. If you see that you are spending out too much, well, make the change. But you won't know if you're making the change if you don't look. You're not able to do so. You're not able to go ahead and say, hey, I am not headed in the direction that I need to go. You're super stressed out. And you're feeling like everything is overwhelmed. You don't want that to happen, but that happens if you don't pay attention to your numbers. Now I'm going to tell you how you can start this habit. First thing I would say is to go ahead and set calendar reminders, whether it's every week or every 2 weeks, every month, preferably at least every 2 weeks. And me, I go for every week. Look, you're going in, you're taking a look at everything that's coming out. You're looking at previous bank statements and seeing, okay, hey, what usually comes out in this next week? That way you're able to stay prepared and stay ahead. I love the thought of being able to know what is coming in and out and not being stressed about it, worried about anything, and you can plan ahead. There's so many different applications nowadays to help you out with this stuff. Honestly, it's just about you taking out the initiative to go ahead and make the change. Remember, you cannot make the change if you aren't aware of what is going wrong in your life. And in order for you to become aware of what's going on wrong in your life, you have to actually take a look. Look, at the end of it, just ask yourself these 3 questions. Did I spend intentionally? Okay? That means, hey, did I actually think about what it was that I was spending on and I was actually consciously aware of where this was going? I knew that this was a good decision. Did I invest this week? You cannot grow your wealth by just saving. You have to put some part of your money into investments. And like I say, an easy budget to go by is the 50, 30, 20 rule. Remember, 50% on necessities, 30% on wants, and 20% on saving and investments. And some people will switch out to 20% and 30%, but hey, that's for another episode. Either way, keep it simple and just know, are you investing this week? Third, how can you improve next month? You want to be able to save more. You want to be able to invest more. But in order to know how to do so, you need to be able to go ahead, take a look at your account and see what changes you can make, what is a necessity and what isn't a necessity, and go ahead and cut out those unnecessary spending habits. And that way you can put that towards something that's going to grow for you and your family if you have one. Look, now you know the one habit that beats saving and investing, because you can't do any of that if you aren't reflecting and reviewing over your finances. Hey, if you like videos like these, hit that subscribe button and hit the like button. That way more videos like these can pop up for you. I post content every Tuesday and Friday, and I focus on investing, mindset, and budgeting. Until next time, I'm your host, Marcus. You're here on Zero to Wealth, and I will see you in the next episode. Peace.